All right, good, cool. Let's talk about cut drills. So, the Meyer Square. Joachim Meyer. God, guys, keep me honest. 15th century, 16th century, 15th. They'll correct me. Keep me honest, right? Anyway, Art of Combat, great treatise. I think it's 16th century. Anyway, there's all kinds of weapons: one-handed, two-handed, pike, spear, mounted, all that kind of stuff. The cut drill we're going to pull out of it is the Meyer Square. So it's a 16 cut pattern. We're going to go through the first two parts. So the first 8 cuts. 4 cuts forward, 4 cuts back. I'm a visual learner. I learn by patterns, right? So if that helps you, the pattern for this drill is you start in your upper right quadrant. Downward cut, 2 upward cuts in opposite quadrants. Immediately upward following, upward to the opposite side, finish with the only quadrant you haven't been in with a downward cut. The second round, you reverse that action from where you ended in this case. So upward cut, 2 downward cuts, down, down, last upward cut. Cool. So I've gone quadrant 1, quadrant 2. That's all we're going to do tonight. But the next quadrant 3 goes back to the upper left. Quadrant 4 goes to the lower left, right? So it's 1, 4, 2 4s, start 3 4s, start for your 4th 4 set. The pattern for each of them is the direction you start, the quadrant you start in, 2 of the opposite, the same quadrant you started in. So if you're going down for your first cut, it's down, up, up, down. If you're going up, it's up, down, down, up. So, easy to get. If that clicks for you, great. If it takes time to practice, let's do it. So we're going to start in shoulder guard. So, we've done this guard before. It's also in the fundamentals videos that I have on guards. I think it's in the first video or second video. I think I only have 2 on guards, so watch them both. But, essentially a shoulder guard. Again, I'm going to start everything in middle guard. So we're out in our primary guard position to our opponent. This is how I start. One option for me to start an encounter. I want to move to a shoulder guard. So I want to draw multiple compound, reasons for doing this. I want to draw my opponent in. I want to set myself up for an attack. I may be voiding my opponent coming at me, right? Shoulder guard, I'm going to, again, as I've said, you're just going to bend and retract this arm. I'm not dropping my shoulder. I'm not raising my shoulder. My shoulder stays nice and natural. Just pull my blade straight back as I step back. That's our shoulder guard. Very, very, very simple. My arm is nice and relaxed. How do you get there from this position? Arm is down, bend your elbow. There's where the top of your sword goes. Bottom hand is here. So again, from middle guard, pull in like a piston pulling in. Right? Let the blade pull you back. That will also suck your opponent into you, right? That feeling of intention will be there as well. So right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard. Tip at your opponent's eyes. Toes pointed forward, knee over your front foot. Nice, comfortable back leg. I'm not leaning forward. Nice equal weight distribution. Pull back. Now, left foot is pointed toward my opponent or toward where I want to attack. Right foot is out, shoulders up. I'm not squared, still a little bit bladed, right? Where my feet aren't touching each other if I cross path them. Right? Good. Okay, so let's get back and give myself some room. Right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard, step back into shoulder guard. Good. You brought your opponent in. We're going to do 4 steps forward. Cut down. Cut up. Cut up. Cut down. 1, 2, 3, 4. All with leading edge cuts. We talked on Tuesday about edge alignment. Knuckles represent your leading edge since we don't have an edge to look at, right, with this infinite edge round tube, right? My knuckles represent my front edge, my lead edge. Middle guard, pull back, shoulder guard. Cut down, 4 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. One more time. 4 cuts, middle guard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next 4 cuts, we started in quadrant 1, now we're going to quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is a low line, so that means my cuts are rising cuts, right? So my first cut is going to be a rising cut as I step back. 1. Since my first cut was rising, my next 2 are descending. 2, 3. Last one is a rising cut. 4. Also, the trick is I'm always cutting with my strong, with my hips, right? So you're never seeing me cut against my hips. 4. Good. So let's do that again. So 1, 2, 3. We end with 4. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we end here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do all 8 together. So right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard. Step back into shoulder. Good. 4 cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, up, 2, up, 3, down, 4. Now backwards, up, 1, down, 2, down, 3, up, 4. Let's do them all in one direction just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to be off camera on the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do these in both directions. We're going to do one more time, up and back. Up first 4, back second 4. Next week we'll add in the back 4 and you can do all 16 cuts. Alright, so right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard. Pull our opponent in. Step down, cut. 4 cuts. 1, up 2, 3, down 4. Retreating, up 1, down 2, down 3, up 4. Good. Shoulder. One more time. Forward. Up 2, 3, down 4. Retreating, up 2, 3, 4. Good. We need to do more drills right now. So let's do the second half of the Meyer Square. We're a little bit earlier ahead of where I wanted to be, so we got plenty of time. Let's do the back 4. So we've done the first 2 forms, the first 2 parts of the Meyer Square. Let's do the second 2 parts. So I'm going to start with the first 4. So shoulder guard, down 1, up 2, up 3, down 4. Backwards, second route, up 1, down 2, down 3, up 4. Now here's the trickiest part in all the Meyer Square. The next, since we did a cut in the upper right quadrant, we started in the upper left quadrant, our next action starts in the upper left quadrant. So we are here. We just ended on a rising cut. If I start in the upper left, I'm going to do a descending cut. I want to do that descending cut to the strong, right? So that means I'm already left foot forward, so I want to do this cut. So if I'm here, I have to do a gathering step 1. Now the next 3 are easy as the pattern. 2, 3, 4, right? The transition between the finish of the fourth technique in the second sequence and the first technique in the third sequence is the hardest transition to do. So right foot forward, middle guard, push back into shoulder. First 4, down, up, up, down. Next 4, up, down, down, up. Now third transition, round the head, gathering step 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down here. We've done a cut in the first upper right, the second lower right, the first upper left. Our fourth one starts in the lower left. We do a downward cut stepping back. Pattern now is down, 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 down. Last one, last cut, 16th cut, up. That clicked for me when I was doing this and learning this, right? It took me to get the pattern, because I'm a pattern person, right? It took me to get the pattern in my head for it to click. Because now that it clicks, I can practice on footwork, I can practice on measure, I can practice on my mechanics of the arm and the cut, but the memory of the pattern, right, makes it easier for me to focus on the little things, right? So let's do all 16 cuts. 4 up, 4 back, 4 up, 4 back. Remember that trickiest one is we're back here, we're going to go from a high rising cut, gathering step to a descending cut. So right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard. Let's run through all 16 cuts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I screwed it up. Man. See that? It's so easy. So, up. 1, up, 2, up, 3, down, 4. Good. This is correct. 1, 2, down, 3, up, 4. Now I did it right. Gathering. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope that makes sense. Let's do that again. I think I screwed that last one up. Shoulder guard. 1, down, up, up, down, backwards, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, down. That's where I got it. Up. So, last one I finally did right. Let's do that one more time. All 16 cuts. See, it's an ever-learning process. I don't do these every single week, and I should. So, right foot forward, left foot back, middle guard. Step back into shoulder. First 4. Down. Up. Up. Down. Second 4. Up. Down. Down. Up. Third 4. Down. Up. Up. Down. Fourth 4. Up. Down. Oops. Sorry. Up. You know, it's one of those nights. I was trying to get a good sequence. Felt good right to the end there. We're going to do it one more time. I think this is the last time because I think I'm tired. I think that's one of the problems. So up into shoulder guard. Sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That worked out. Practice that.